saying something as simple as this. Hey, come on, man. He or she is a nice person. Man, don't talk like that. She's a really nice person. Come on. They got a heart, too. And when enough of you stand up, that's when the bullies go away. You know, most of the bullies that I meet one-on-one, they're really nice people. They're just hurt themselves, or they're insecure. They end up crying in my office. Please, let's make a choice together. You can either bully someone or demean someone, or you can pick someone up and have a friend for life. Getting back to my story, I was 30 years old at this point, and I had 5 of my buddies over my apartment, and one of my buddies was flipping through my remote control on the TV, and professional wrestling comes on. I get the aha moment at 30 years old. I go, guys, I can do that. My friends laugh so hard. They go, Mark, those guys are so big, they will pick you up over their head and throw you right at that ring. I said, no, I can do that. My other friend goes, Mark, you're 30 years old. Will you just start a pro career at 30? I said, yes. I believe. Now I got to take action towards my new dream, my new goal. I found out where there was a professional wrestling school. I was living in Venice, Florida. There was one in Tampa, about 60 miles away. I drive there after work and on weekends. 1 year later, at 31 years old, I signed a huge contract with World Championship Wrestling. And not only that, I wrote about it 21 years before it ever happened. I was voted Pro Wrestling Illustrated Rookie of the Year. Dreams do come true. Money. I need lots of money. I never had money before. But you know, when you get lots of money, you start buying stuff. The first thing I did with my signing bonus, I paid cash for a house in Sarasota, Florida for my mother. And then I started buying all the things I wrote down as a little boy. First thing I did when I bought that speedboat. That's when short shorts were in, okay? But then I built my first house in Marietta, Georgia. And guys, I wrote about this when I was 10 years old. It was parked in the driveway with a black Cadillac. So I'm rich, I'm famous, I'm hanging out with movie stars and celebrities, I'm traveling all over the world. But you know, I become a millionaire, then a multi-millionaire. But I've always wanted to live on the water, so I built a bigger house on Amelia Island. And I got everything the world will say, Mark, you made it, you're rich, you're famous. But I was still making bad choices. I was still drinking, I was still partying, I was still hanging around with the wrong crowd. But money was supposed to make me happy, and I'm empty inside. What's going on? I know, I want one of those houses with the streams into a fountain, and tennis court, and basketball court, and lots of land, because I'm a big celebrity now, so I got myself a bigger house. And I got everything the world said, Mark, you made it, you're rich, you're famous, you're so lucky, but I'm spinning out of control. I'm drinking more, I'm partying more. I got everything, I got this beautiful home, I got everything the world will say, Mark, you made it. Because of my bad choices, I lost it all. That's right, I lost it all. My wife of 10 years, she walked out the door and divorced me. But then worse than that, I lost over 30 friends. Most of them died because of bad choices, suicide, murder, but most died from drug overdose. I put together a list of my friends, and I call it a death list. The reason why I call it that, because it's a reminder every day that I'm alive of a list that I should have been on. You see, I did everything they did, and some nights I did a lot more. I overdosed 3 times on drugs where I should have been dead. But I believe I'm here for a reason. I believe there are some people in this room that need to hear this story today, because it will forever change your life. These are my friends. They were all rich, they were all famous, and some of you may even know them.